Good morning and happy Monday. I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. So, I guess like for a lot of people, Mondays are a little rough getting going. I'm running a little late. And, but I got up on time. I didn't hit the snooze button, so I feel pretty good about that. I got my layout for one of my courses done, and I'm just getting some like new ideas of the courses that I've been doing. So the ones I have already completed and up and running, they're not segmented. They're very long. It's like one long video, different slides, but it's like one long video, right? So I've been looking at some other people's online courses and noticing that they are segmented. So I said, maybe that's something I need to look at. And so I've been working on one of my courses for resentment, which I had already, done online, but I'm revamping it. And as I said in other videos that I was going to be doing this, I put my new course of healing from a broken heart on the back burner for now. I'm still doing research for that, so I'm healing and I'm learning and I'm researching and I'm reading and I'm getting some stuff in for that, so that when I do that course, it's gonna be awesome. So anyway, going back to breaking it down, and it's funny because I talk a lot in my groups and I talk a lot on my videos about chunking down. When you become overwhelmed, bring things down to little pieces, bite-sized pieces. And so that's what I'm doing with my course. And I'm like, that's almost like, well, why am I just thinking of this now? Why didn't I do this before? But whatever. So I've got three different sessions for the resentments, and I've broken them down into different little components. And so I've got the layout done. I still want to do some videos for the courses. I don't want to have just the PowerPoint slides, but I'm not sure about that yet. So I haven't had time to produce these videos, or time to even get the dialogue of what I'm going to say on these videos. So with school and work and whatnot, so that's okay. If that happens, that may happen, another time. But right now, it's good that I'm doing this. I feel good about doing this, and I think it's going to make the courses even that much better. And I don't know. We'll see. When I'm done, you guys can check them out and let me know. I've also been listening to this. I started a new Audible for Chasing the Scream. Now, it's not new. It's actually an old book. I heard about it a few years back, and I think it's older than that. I want to say 2016 is when it came out. But I heard about the philosophy of it's with drug addiction and the war on drugs, and when that all started and how that all came about. And basically, I found this book out because I did some research, and it was one of the recovery centers I was in. They did a thing on what the heck was it called? The Truth About Addiction. And it had it about like your environment, and then the research that was done on these rats that they found out, it was called Rat Park. That's what it's called, Rat Park. And they found out that when they had rats in a cage, isolated, and they had the choice between their food or the laced water, or was it water and laced water with cocaine, they found that the rats would take the cocaine to the detriment. Like, they would die because they wouldn't take any of the food and water, and they would just constantly. So that's the premise of the addiction, right? We choose the drug over everything else. And what this research, and I don't know his name, but what this researcher did is he said, well, what if this isn't really realistic? Like, we don't really live in cages. I mean, unless you're in jail, we don't really live in cages, and that's not really, relevant to the real world. So what he did was he developed a rat park. He made this wonderful playground where they had different activities. He put the rats together so they weren't like isolated, and so they had different things that they could do. They could mate. I mean, whatever, like reality, right? Real life. For rats. And so they did the same thing. They had the water, and then they had the laced water with the cocaine. And what they found was that most of the rats would not go for the cocaine. And even the rats that were already addicted, that were isolated, put into this environment, they eventually stopped doing the cocaine and went the other way. So 2 things about this. First of all, cocaine's different in a sense where like alcohol and heroin are more physically addicting. So cocaine is more of a mental addiction. So there's that. But the thing that it brings up, the curious thing that it brings up is that, a lot of it's our environment, right? So what we were brought up in, or what we remain in. So a lot of people in recovery, they relapse. And I know like in AA, they say, you got to stop going to the old places that you used to hang out. You got to stop hanging around with your old friends. And I think this was the philosophy of it. Like, you got to stop doing those behaviors because you got to put yourself in an environment that's healthy, an environment that's, that you do hobbies and stuff that aren't unhealthy. You hang around with people that aren't unhealthy, so I think that's the real takeaway from that. Anyway, I don't know if I've made sense with any of this stuff. I've kind of been all over the place, but it's good stuff. I'm really excited. I love learning new things, and this is actually not really a new thing for me, but it's a reminder, and I like learning about things like from different perspectives too, right? Because sometimes I have this belief that this is what is true, and I may have all the reasons to believe that, but then someone comes with an opposing view, and then they have different beliefs or different reasons for that, and it's like, so it's good to remain curious. It's good to remain open-minded and never so focused on what you believe and proving that right. It's not to say that you shouldn't have beliefs and stand by them. It's just remain open-minded. Remain open-minded, because you may be certain about something, but you may be wrong. I mean, how many times in your life have you been certain about something and then come to find out you were wrong? I mean, it's happened quite often in my life. I don't know. I keep reverting back to Santa Claus, right? I was certain that there was a Santa, and then I found out there wasn't. But all right, so maybe that's not the greatest example. But anyway, it's just really, it puts in a little bit more of what I try to tell people, right? So my whole philosophy, the courses that I've developed, the book that I wrote, the whole thing is based on living an amazing life and creating a life that you don't want to numb from. And it all has to do with creating relationships and finding out your purpose, right? And learning to love yourself and have respect for yourself and all this stuff, right? Because I think at the end of the day, the chemical is just the coping skill. The drug is just the coping skill, and we just got to learn how to have healthier coping skills, right? As simple as that. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's a Monday. It's the beginning of a new week, a new chapter in your life, maybe. I don't know. I'm feeling really great. Remember to stay blessed. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text. Give them that call. Give them that hug. Let bygones be bygones. Learn how to forgive. and live your life enthusiastically, because there really isn't any other way. And if you like my videos, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook under Recovery Enthusiast. You can also find me under Doreen Cunha. That's C-U-N-H-A. I'm on YouTube. I've got a website, recoveryenthusiast.com. So lots of great stuff. And that's it. Until next time, guys. Peace.